Hi, everyone. My name is Matt Underwood, and I'm an estate planner and owner of Underwood Legal LLC. I'm joined here today with Giff Collins. Giff is also an estate planning attorney, and he's the owner of Collins Law Firm, which serves the greater Milwaukee area. Thanks for joining us today, Giff.
My pleasure, Matt. Thanks for
So,
having me.
absolutely. And I wanted to bring you on today because you're the new president of the Wisconsin Council of Estate Planning Attorneys. And I think it's a really great group. And I was hoping we could talk to you to highlight some of the benefits of that group. So if you could, talk a little bit about what the Wisconsin Council of Estate Planning Attorneys does and what some of the benefits are for its members.
Yeah, sure. So it's a professional group of estate planning attorneys, which is fairly evident, and ranging from new attorneys to more senior estate planning attorneys. We traditionally had met once a quarter during the year, face to face, but now we've moved that to virtual, which is actually working out pretty well because many of our members are in more remote areas. So we've gotten some additional interaction because of that. We've also started up monthly meetings, and that's mostly related to working with the estate planning attorneys to see what's working in their practice, but also to take a look at changes in federal and state-specific law in Wisconsin to make sure that we're all abreast of what's going on, and as a result, what changes, if any, do we need to make to the documents that we're providing to our clients. So it's kind of a gist. It's very collaborative, very collegial, and for the smaller firms, I'd say most of the attorneys in our group are either in a smaller firm, solos, or medium-sized firms, and it's really great to kind of have that additional support, especially for those attorneys who don't have someone down the hall that they can just kind of pop into the office and ask a question about whatever issue they're working on for their clients.
Yeah, that's great. And, you had one of the big benefits for me and, as a fellow solo practice attorney, being able to have a network of estate planning attorneys or, attorneys that are really focused on estate planning has been, tremendously helpful. And I think, the other thing is we have unique situations come up from time to time, and it's helpful just to, send a message to the group and maybe, hopefully someone else has encountered that. So for me, that collaboration piece has been really helpful, and I think it, has made all of us better attorneys as well, hearing from our colleagues, and as you said, staying up to date on state and federal law. So the other question I want to ask you, Giff, so as the new president of the group, are there any goals that you have or anything in terms of the direction that you want to see the group move in the next couple of years?
Yeah, so I'd say that there's two things that I'm focusing on. It's a fairly large group, and there's a core set of members who we regularly see, and then I'd say that there's some other members that we see that we love to see a little less often, and then there's a big group of folks who are maybe following along, but may not interact as much. And one of the things that I want to do is make sure that we pull those people in, and because the benefit of their experience, I'm sure would benefit the other members. And it's always great to have different ideas coming in as well. And then another great thing is if and I'm just kind of thinking of this the past couple of weeks with the ability to work with clients in other parts of the state. So I'm based in Southeast Wisconsin, but because there are attorneys that I work closely with in other parts of the state, if I do get a client in from that area, there's usually a way that we can work things out to make sure that client receives a service that they should. So, by bringing in the other attorneys, I mean, we're going to get a lot of their experience, but then they'll also be able to benefit from the group, which I think would be beneficial for them. And then the second thing that I would focus on is we're putting a committee together to essentially onboard those attorneys who are adding estate planning to their practice, maybe they've been practicing basic estate planning for a long time, but they'd like to see some of the more advanced estate planning techniques that are being used. And then just newly minted attorneys also they're just getting going, but they've chosen to practice in estate planning. Having a committee that helps them to kind of get that estate planning portion of the practice going. And I'm really excited about that because it's kind of a passion of mine. You know, how does a business work? How do the procedures work? What software are you using? You know, in what's working for your practice. So I love sharing that stuff, but I also like hearing other people's experience. So that's where I see the group going in the next couple of years, as well as doing everything that we've been doing well in the past.
Well, that's great. And, you know, I'm glad you have that focus on, you know, making sure that our members are interested and participating. And, you know, admittedly, I've missed a few meetings in the past couple of years as well. So that's one of my goals this year and beyond, is to be a more active participant as well. But that's great that you want to include those people. And I really like what you said about, you know, helping people build the practice, because, you know, law school teaches you the law, and, you know, whether it's tax law, estate planning, so forth, but law school doesn't teach you how to build a practice and how to build a thriving law practice. And I think that's where, you know, the Wisconsin Council of Estate Planning Attorneys can help out. So that I'm glad you have those priorities, Gift. So that sounds great. So I wanted to thank everyone for joining us today, and Gift, thank you for joining us. We'd encourage our listeners, if you're, you know, an estate planning attorney or thinking about focusing on estate planning, please feel free to reach out either to Gift or to myself, and we can talk to you more about that group. But again, thank you, Gift, and thank you everyone for watching.
Good to see you, Matt.
Yep, good seeing you too. All right, take care.